Hi, I'm Jesse, and I'm here with Scott, our general manager today. And Scott is going to tell us a little bit more about the Wahoo KICKR Core 2 with Zwift Cog and Click. The new Wahoo trainer has been out now this fall, and it's proving to be a hit. Scott, why would anybody want to get the Wahoo with Zwift Cog and Click?
One of the big reasons is it's easier to set up. Um, One of the big things with any of these trainers, usually when you have the hub drive here, you have to either take the cassette off your existing wheel or buy another cassette. And on the Zwift Cog and Click, you have a single cog on the trainer right now, and you don't have to mess with this at all. And the biggest advantage is that, as we all know here in Wisconsin, the weather can change in a week. We can go from well below zero to well above freezing, or even in the 40s and 50s. And a lot of us, even though we don't mind riding the trainer, we like to ride outside, and in less than 5 minutes, you can put your rear wheel back on, get your bike off the trainer and get outside. And then if the weather turns bad in another day or two, it's another 5-minute switch over to get back on the trainer.
Well, the flexibility sounds fantastic. What about types of bikes? What kind of bikes can be used on this trainer?
Pretty much any bike. You can do a road bike, a gravel bike, mountain, um, a hybrid,
Okay.
a recumbent bike, a recumbent trike.
Uh-huh.
There are some instances where the rear dropouts, which are these on the rear of the bike, may not be adaptable.
So maybe
But
like on a fat bike or a fat trike, that would not work very
right,
well.
there might be adapter kits for that. I have put a fat bike on the Wahoo trainer in the back when I've done bike fits, but I've
Okay.
had to use like 2 adapter kits to make it
Okay.
197 millimeters wide.
Okay. Um, what else is the advantage to using the Zwift app with this?
The Zwift app, one of the great things about the Zwift app is that instead of just riding on a trainer and pedaling, looking
Right.
at the paint dry on the
It became
wall,
kind of boring
it
sometimes.
can be boring even with Netflix or something else up watching
Yeah.
a movie. You've got a real world virtual experience
Uh-huh.
where you can pick many different areas to ride, from courses in the United States to London to the fictional Watopia
Uh-huh.
island that they have. You can do races, you can do group rides, you can ride with your friends, you can set up private group rides.
Okay.
And everybody on this app is actually a real person, except for some of the pacers that are virtual, like
They're
robots.
populated into
Yes,
the world.
right.
Okay.
But it makes it more exciting.
And
And you can see real world metrics too, like your wattage, your heart rate, your cadence,
mhm.
your speed,
Okay.
how much elevation you've climbed. There's a lot of things.
Okay. What does Zwift cost?
Zwift is a subscription-based app that you use. It's $20 per month.
Do
If
you
you
get a free trial?
Yes, you get a 14-day free trial when you first
Okay.
sign up. $20 a month after that. You can pay for it all in 1 year, which is $200. It saves about $40 versus the monthly
The
fee.
monthly subscription?
And
Okay.
you can pause it when the weather gets nice too.
Oh, that's a plus.
Yep. And
So if you want to ride outside, you don't have to pay
right. And I
for
think
it.
it's 2 to 3 months that you can pause it for.
Great. So when you get the Wahoo trainer, it's going to be in a box. How easy is it to set up out of the box?
The Wahoo trainers are really easy. They have a great assembly manual. The biggest thing is you just have to put the feet or the legs on it,
Okay.
and it comes with the tools to do that.
Excellent.
The short leg goes in the back, the wider leg goes in the front,
Mm-hmm.
and you're pretty much ready to go. You do have adapters that you have to use for the different spacing back here of the rear hub.
So how does the customer determine what kind of adapter they're going to need? What do they need to know in order to tell us?
Basically this comes with through axle adapters. It
Okay.
comes with quick release adapters, which are your
And these are
basic
included
skewer.
in the box.
Everything's included in the box.
So no extra purchases.
No extra purchases. Like I said, I've said to other customers, Wahoo's got a great support system. They have videos out there that show you how to do it. You've got great instructions that come with it. It's very simple.
That sounds great. Once the trainer is all set up, you plug it in, then what happens?
Once you plug it in, you make sure that the power light comes on back here. And then the next step on this specific trainer is to make sure that you have the right adapters. This is a 142 millimeter rear hub spacing. So there's specific ways this goes in, and this is all shown on the instructions when you go to set this up. Once you get those in place, the next step would be to take the rear wheel off your bike.
Okay. And can you show us how you're going to take your rear wheel off? What do you want to do when you're first getting this set up?
First thing you want to do is you want to make sure that you shift down to the smallest cog on the cassette. That's the easiest way to pull the rear wheel out. Not any different than changing a flat tire. You always want to be shifted down to the small cog. This bike has a through axle. So on this bike, we're going to use a 6 millimeter Y wrench.
And this is a tool the customer will have to purchase separately, correct?
Yes, they would either have to have a multi-tool, a Y wrench, or some other hex type wrench to get it off. You pull the axle out, set it down near the trainer. And then the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to pull the derailleur back. The wheel comes out, and I'll have Jesse take that. And then at this point, I am going to take and use the shifter here to shift the derailleur like 5 clicks up to the middle of where the cassette would be, because with this single speed cog on this, I need to have the derailleur in a middle position.
So it has to be lined up a little
Yes, and we can dial that in a little bit better once we get it up here. You want to make sure this is good and snug when you tighten the through axle up. And then on this cog here, you want to make sure that the derailleur, the lower jockey wheels or pulleys are directly underneath this single speed cog. So on this bike, I'm going to shift this over one more. And then you want to get back behind it to make sure that everything's lined up. So you kind of look at from the bottom up to make sure that the chain is lined up. On this specific unit, you can adjust the cog here too by adjusting it this way to line it up. And there are numbers on this so that once you get it set for a bike, you know what number to come back to. And I'm going to click it over, probably go almost to the end here. And this is, I'm going to click one more over. I think we're pretty close right there. That's basically all that you have to do for the setup.
Well, hey, that's very easy. Thanks for showing me that. Now that it's all set up again, what do we do to get connected to the Zwift app?
Okay, what we'll do is we'll turn our TV on that we have the app on. Yeah, right now it shows that power's on, it has Bluetooth connectivity. Now what we're going to do is we're going to click on our app up on the screen. It introduces Zwift to you, and it's going to cycle through a virtual playground for cyclists. I'm going to get on the bike and I'm going to start pedaling. To get started on Zwift, once you get the bike set up on the trainer, there's basically 3 or 4 ways to get started. You can use a smart TV with the Zwift app on it. You can have the Zwift companion app on your phone, or you can use a tablet laptop or iPad and have the app on that. And you can have that sitting beside you on a stand of some sort to control everything. What we're going to show you on is our smart TV here. And we'll click on Hostel Shop Cole again. And it starts to take you through the Zwift world. Once you get on the app, you're going to have paired devices here. And what happens, the first thing you're going to do, and I'm already connected on this, is you're going to start pedaling, and it's going to start showing, you know, what sources are connected. Our power source is the trainer. It's already connected, showing 114 watts. It shows your cadence at 41. I've got my heart rate being transmitted through my watch with Bluetooth, and then the resistance that the trainer has once we get into whatever route or course we're doing is at the top right there. There is, you can pair it through your phone at the top, like I said, with the Zwift companion app that's in the top left. If you're a runner, you can choose to run at the top. You can use a treadmill, or you can ride. And we choose to ride since we're a bicycle shop here. And the controls is the only one that's not blue and connected and ready to go right now. That is for the Zwift Cog and Click. And what we're going to do for that is we have these controls mounted on the handlebars here. And on the left side, I have my downshifter, negative. On the right side, it's the plus sign for shifting up. I am just going to click both of these. And on our screen, I'm going to use my TV controller. I'm going to go to controls, click it, and it shows Zwift Click on there. And it's already checked. I'm going to back out, and now I'm connected. I am going to go down to Let's Go. And we come to the motherboard of all the routes, workouts, events. And the next thing you're going to want to do, you can either pick your route, or what I do is I scroll across the top to see if any of my friends are riding. I'll click on it, and I'll scroll down to see if there's anybody that I know here. If there's somebody that I know, sometimes I pick their name, and then it will place me right behind them on whatever they're doing. So you can play around, harass them a little bit, have fun, see if they notice you, because since every rider is a real person on this, they might see your name, they might not. Sometimes I don't see people's names because I'm watching Netflix or something, or YouTube. So I'm going to get out of this. I'm going to go back to my routes. And what I do in the morning, I will come down. It'll give you whatever the name of the route is, the distance, how many feet of climbing. 5 out of 5 is the hardest. This one is 2 out of 5. It's a 30-minute ride total to do the whole lap. If I do a whole lot of love, it'll come up with what the course is. And it'll kind of give you an idea of what you're doing. And this has a little bit of climbing, a lot of zigzagging around. And then it tells you 30 minutes expected ride duration, lead in, approximate distance before the route starts is 2.1 miles. And it's a figure 8 alternating loop at a volcano. And then I hit start ride. And once we get going here, it'll populate my virtual rider, which isn't actually me, but somebody that was created from our shop here. And we start riding. And on this screen, on the left-hand side, it has wattage, the cadence or RPM, my heart rate, the average wattage or power, kilojoules burned, and then what gear I'm in. And right now, this is way too easy, so we're going to keep shifting up in the left-hand corner at the bottom. It tells you what gear I'm in. We're going to start pedaling. At the top, you have the miles per hour, how far we've gone, how many feet we've climbed, and the time so far of the ride. On the right top corner, it shows the route map It has the elevation up in the upper part of that, and then it shows what you are going to expect before you get to the end of the 9.5 miles. And basically, you start pedaling. One of the cool things about this with the Cog and Click is that you can control everything from your handlebars. As we're climbing up on this route right now, it's pretty flat. I can do everything from holding this and doing a U-turn with my hand control. This is from the left hand controller. I can open the menu here, and what I can do with that is figure out what your view is going to be. I think I can do helicopter view, sideline view. There's all sorts of little things you can do.
So Scott, thanks for showing us a little bit about the world of Zwift. I take it with the controls here, you can pretty much control your shifting and the app just right from the bike. You don't have to use the remote for the TV most of the time.
No, once you get it set up, and you can scroll through the setup with these buttons also. I just think it's easier with the TV controller at first sometimes.
Okay.
Especially when you first get started. It's a little more intuitive to use the controller for the TV, and then as you get better versed with this, you can use more of the buttons. These do come off too. Let's say we were talking about how if the weather gets good, you want to throw the wheel back on to go outside.
Yep.
These have just quick release straps.
And these are all Bluetooth, right?
These are all Bluetooth, right? And they do go to sleep, so the battery doesn't stay on all the time. But you can place these any place you want to.
So that they're easy to access?
Yes. My bike at home doesn't have a bell on it, so I may have my controls sometimes up here on the handlebars because I want to ride more upright. You can have them on the outside if you want to, instead of the inside like we have here. You know, you can pretty much put these controls any place you want to.
Now, you've used the older style with Wahoo trainers with just the cassette. How much of an improvement is this for you as far as efficiency and ease of use?
I don't know if it's really more efficient. It's just easier to set up for your average rider or even an experienced rider. It's easier to set up.
That's cool.
I mean, we have an advantage here where we work on bikes all the time.
Right.
So you don't even think about it.
But for the average cyclist, this is going to be a lot easier to set up.
Yeah, and I have been helping our local riders set these up. I have to make a house call tonight after work to get one set up that's using a cassette. Just because they don't have the proper tools. But you know, that's something that, you know, we pride ourselves on here. We have a small community. If people need help once they do purchase these, I'm willing to help get things set up.
And if somebody were to order this off our website, Wahoo has a whole bunch of tools online and guides that can walk them through it. It's not going to be a super difficult thing for them to do from home.
There's a lot of support from Zwift and from Wahoo.
That's great.
To take this off the trainer, if you want to go outside and ride, the first thing you would do is remove the shim here to make sure that your brake pads don't get squeezed together if by accident you grab the brake lever. One thing about riding on the trainer, especially with the Zwift Cog and Click, you never use the shifters at all on your bike. So to take your bike off, you're going to pull the through axle out, set that down. I always like to have the wheel in the same orientation that it'll go on the bike. I'm going to grab the derailleur here and pull it off. When you have this on the Zwift trainer, you have your derailleur moved over to the center of where the cassette usually is. Before you put the wheel on, you've got to shift the cassette all the way out towards the outboard.
So you're in
the smallest cog, yes. Yeah. And that's why it got hung up there. So you got to put this in.
That could go in.
Slides into the dropouts. Through axle goes back in. Wind this back in. That's how easy it is to put it back, the wheel back on, so you can ride outside if the weather's nice.
Thanks so much for telling us about the Zwift KICKR Core 2 version. This has been a great learning experience, and I think a lot of people are really going to like this new trainer. It's super easy and fun to use. And thanks for watching, everyone. And if you like this video, give us a thumbs up and be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel. And for more information about the trainer or to order it, visit us at hostelshop.com.
I'm sweating my nuts off right now. We're going to stop for a few minutes.
Take 50.
That's how easy it is to take it off.
How difficult is it to set it up out of the box?
Give me a second here. I just belched, sorry.
We can have a blooper reel.
Yeah, you can control everything from the controls here. Damn it. I should tackle you. Yeah.
Yeah.
Just don't fall down. That could get slippery. I get Chris, I get Lila's mom calling me in the middle of this. I get Sebastian wanting food.